Hello, 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 and welcome to Lunch Break with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Today we are going to be having a play with the Cottage Rose bundle, and we are going to be doing a background technique that I haven't done for a while, so I thought we might revisit that one today. So let us get started. I have, for our card base today, I have a piece of basic black, and I am just going to fold that in half and get a nice crease on there. All right. Then for our matte layer today, I've chosen Merry Merlot. Now that's a color that I personally rarely use, so I thought we'd dust that one off today. Now I know that's a bit hard for you to see because black on black. Let's put that on there so you see what's happening. All right, so that is our card base. We're going to set this aside and we are going to work on our focal image. And I have my stamps all loaded up here in my stamparatus for when it comes time to do our stamping. But prior to stamping, we are going to do our background. Now, my piece of Very Vanilla is 3 3/4 by 5, and I have just die cut a hole in a piece of acetate. And I am just going to center this up. But before I do that, what did I do with my tape? There it is. We're going to take a little piece of washi tape and put on the back of our cardstock so that when we get this in position, it is going to stay put. Now, I'm liking that. Okay, so it's kind of up towards the top a bit. Maybe I should bring it down just a titch because I want to make sure that I have room for my greeting. That didn't work. Let's get that in there right. And you want to take the time to get this lined up so that you're happy with your end result. Okay, so my acetate is taped at the top, so it's not going to move up there. My paper is taped at the bottom, or to the back side, so that's not going to move. Now we need to find our Merry Merlot ink. All right, so let me get a piece somewhere. There's some scrap paper. And I'm going to try to do an ombre effect here. So I want it to be darker at the bottom and lighter at the top. So I am going to load up this blending brush. Now, the key is put your finger here and hold it so that that doesn't buckle. And we're going to start off and work our way up, adding color all the way to the top, the first pass. Okay, so now it's all colored. You can look and see, okay? If you're happy with that, you stop there. I want a little more color at the bottom. So holding on to the bottom here, starting off, blending some more color up about 3/4 of the way. And another thing to remember is your acetate must be larger than your cardstock to ensure that you don't get any ink on your card where you don't want it. So now we're going to lift that up again. And I think I'm happy with that. So I am just going to take this blending brush, set it aside. I'm going to rescue this piece of paper, pull off the washi tape, save that for later, and I'm just going to take this mat, put it out of the way. I'll clean that up after the video. Okay. And oops, throw it around. We are done with our Mary Merlot. How easy was that? All right, let's bring our cards front back in. And we are going to move on to our stamping. Oh, those magnets are tight. So I am going to put that in there and make sure. Yep, that's exactly where I want it to be. I want the flower image in the oval, but some hanging out, and I want the greeting down at the bottom. And I chose Best Wishes. There's lots of greetings in here. There is, it's going to be Fab, Happy Birthday, You Are Positively the Greatest, Friends Forever, and Feel Better Real Soon. There's lots of great greetings, but I like the Best Wishes because I can use that for a variety of occasions. So we are going to ink up our images, and you're going to want to use the Stamparatus for this one because I'm telling you, you're going to want to stamp this a couple of times. All right, so we are just going to lay that down and give that a press. And as you can see, that on the ink is quite faded. That doesn't make me happy. So I'm going to re-ink it again. And I apologize if you hear the noise in the background. I've got my windows open and there's a train going by. It's making a loud chugging noise. Okay, I'm happy with the greeting, so I'm going to take that right off, but I'm not happy with my flower yet. I'm going to give that one more stamp. That's the beauty of this Stamparatus. It allows us to, look at that, what a difference. All right, we'll peel that off and put it over there with all the other things that need cleaned. And we'll just pull this off. Now, here's a little tip for you. I don't know whether you can see or not in the camera, but this is really ink loaded. And what I mean by ink loaded is that because we've stamped it multiple times, it's very, very wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it down on this piece of paper, give it a back rub, and carefully lift it up. Look at all the ink transfer that's there. See what I mean? So when you do multiple stampings, you either have to hit it with your heat tool or you have to just give it time to dry. All right, I'm just going to set that here, and I am going to get my ribbon. Now I've chosen the, what's it called? Gold. It's very vanilla and gold organdy ribbon, I think it's called. We got time to look because that's drying anyway. Let's have a peek and see what this is called. Ribbon, embellish. Must be here somewhere. Let's have a look. It is called, no. This must be a retired ribbon, or it must be in the other catalog. Heavens to Bitsy, I'm leading you guys astray. Let's have a look in the back of this one at the index and see what's here. No, it's in the Christmas catalog. It's gold and vanilla 3/8" satin edged ribbon. That's what it's called, and that is in the Christmas mini. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bow with my bow maker right off the hop. And if you guys stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show you an alternate card that I made earlier this morning when I was figuring out how I was going to do this. All right, we have a pretty little bow, and I'm going to bring our card base back in here. And we're going to carefully put this on our card base. Now, if you wish, you can put this on with dimensionals. My first card, I used dimensionals. This one, I'm going to go flat. Just try not to hit any of that stamping in case it happens to be wet. Isn't that pretty? Check that out. Beautiful. Now I just had an idea. You know me, flying by the seat of my pants here. All right, I am going to try some Wink of Stella on just the flower, just to give that. And as you can see, as I'm adding that, it is picking up some of that Mary Merlot ink and blending it around a bit. Isn't that cool? So that flower is actually going to pop as well as sparkle. Let's pop and sparkle. And as you can see, the only place I'm being careful is around the edges. Now, I wonder what's going to happen here. I'm going to be able to get it to transfer pink to the outside. No, but I know how I can do it. Let's give this ink pad a squeeze. And we're just going to pick up a wee bit of color. Not a lot, just a wee bit. And we're just going to paint the color on with our glitter pen. How cool is that? What do you think? All right, I'm going to get out a little brush. Give us a little more squeeze of glitter. And go back up here. There we go. Just a couple little areas here. There we go. Beautiful. Make sure I get all that pink ink off there. All right, there's our little bow, and I have some leftover paper pumpkin dots, so I'm going to use them. I'm going to put a couple on the back of the bow loops. And then we'll put one right there. Move that little paper backing. And another one right beside it. There we go. Now let's remove these paper backings if I can. There's one and the other. All right. We're going to press the knot into that glue dot, and then we'll press our loops for just the back loop. And now, I don't think that one didn't stick. It's on my finger. Let's try again. There we go. That's better. Now we'll put a couple down here for the tails. Retain those tails. And one more, and we'll be able to trim it. Come on, get off of there. There we go. All right. There's my scissors. Just a little bit shorter. There we go. Now, initially, I had brought in some matte black dots, but I think I'm going to change to gold. I think gold is going to make this card sparkle and pop. Let me see what I can find. Oh, my stash of gilded gems. I think this is what we're going to use. And I'll put a big one. I guess that's a medium-sized one. A little one. And another little one. And that, my friends, is it. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? I know the camera's probably not picking up all that beautiful sparkle, but it is gorgeous. And it looks really nice with the sparkle in the ribbon and the gems. So there's the Best Wishes card. And I'm going to bring in the card that I made earlier this morning. This one also says Best Wishes, but I did this one in Flirty Flamingo. So it kind of gives you an idea of the two looks. Now, if you notice these cards, this didn't bother me before I did this. So I think I'm going to pull out the Flirty Flamingo and I am going to give that a little color on those petals. But I also here use the matte black dots and the black and gold ribbon. So leave a message in the comments. Let me know which one you like best. And I hope you give this tutorial a try. I would love to see what you come up with. If you do not have the Cottage Rose bundle and you wish to purchase it, I have orders that go in every Wednesday. So if you contact me before 10 p.m. on Tuesday, I'd be happy to help you out with that. And if you want to try this technique and you do not have the bundle, substitute, my friends. Get in your stash, see what you've got. It doesn't even have to be a floral. It can be a leaf, it can be anything you want it to be. It could be a critter. Like, it just depends on, like, if you want to do a happy birthday, you could use a hippopotamus. You could use whatever you want. So go nuts, have fun with it, and explore your creativity. All right,